The National Weather Service is in the process of hiring back hundreds of its workers following some massive cuts and a federal hiring freeze. The NWS will hire 450 meteorologists, hydrologists, and radar technicians. An official with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says the rehires will include 126 new positions that were previously approved and funded. More than 500 weather employees were let go or forced into retirement earlier this year by the Trump administration and DOJ. The decision to rehire staff at the National Weather Service comes as critics are blaming the Trump administration for flooding deaths in Texas last month. Paul Spey addresses those claims for PolitiFact.
Did cuts to the National Weather Service play a role in the Texas flooding deaths? Well, that's what some people are saying on social media. Take a look.
That the reason that the Texans had no idea that a giant flash flood that killed 20 plus people was going to be coming to them was because the Trump regime has defunded not only the National Weather Service, but also what's known as NOAA, N-O-A-A, or National Oceanic and Atmospheric Agency.
Did you catch that? She said the Trump administration defunded the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Agency ahead of the deadly flooding in Kerrville. Is that right? Well, you remember DOJ, the Department of Government Efficiency, led by billionaire Elon Musk. They did come in and lay off tens of thousands of people, some of whom were at NOAA, as the New York Times has reported. Now, the changes affected about 11% of NOAA's staff, and the Texas Tribune reported that the National Weather Service did have vacancies at some of its offices in Texas when the storm hit. For instance, the San Angelo office had 4 of its 23 positions vacant. The San Antonio office was missing 6 people out of its 26-person staff. However, the National Weather Service said its offices were operating normally at the time of the flooding in Kerrville. The number of vacancies was also pretty standard for those offices. A meteorologist in the area addresses some of the social media rumors in a blog post, saying he's found absolutely nothing to suggest that the budget cuts actually played a role in those flooding deaths. And the National Weather Services have not been completely defunded. That's why the Truth Meter rates this rumor mostly false. To read more about this, go to WRAL.com.